Hello, welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching Chio-Chan no Tsuugakuro episode 2. Let's see, so last episode there were two halves. The first part, we were basically introduced to her character, where she is trying to get to school because she is running late. I guess, well, I don't guess. We know that she stayed up really late playing video games, a game that basically looked like Assassin's Creed, only in third person. And then fell asleep at the doorway, putting her shoes on, until her mother woke her up. So, yeah, she was rushing to get to school. But the path she needs to take is blocked off by construction, so she ends up climbing up a pole and running along the rooftops. She almost gets caught by one of the people that lives in one of these houses. She's doing some like assassin poses, and then the guy opens his window, so she has to drop to the ground. And then he's brushing his teeth like right at the window with her like right underneath him. Ends up getting sprayed with spit. And then as she's continuing on, she sees a mother and a son who's, well, they're trying to get a balloon that fell in, or that didn't fall, that floated into the tree. And they ask this guide if he could get it for him because he's tall enough to reach it, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I should be able to get that pretty easily, but I won't." Because he was a jerk, and apparently he's richer than they are, so that makes him better, and he doesn't have to do anything for them. So she threw a rock at him as he was turning in between two buildings. Got his attention, and then he put up like his briefcase to, I guess, keep any more rocks from hitting him. But what he didn't know was she was jumping across, stepped on his briefcase, and then jumped up onto the next building. Came down from a parking garage, which ended up being the parking garage to a love hotel. And somebody saw her leaving, so he took photos of her as she was walking away, so they didn't see her face. Then she gets to school, and as she's entering the school, like as she's down past the entrance, somebody is mentioning how somebody saw a girl from their school leaving a love hotel that morning. And that causes the teacher to try to figure out who it could be. Because, I mean, they can't be having that. The second part, she was actually woke up early to get to school. And as she was leaving, she ran into a classmate. I cannot remember her name, but it's some really popular girl. Talks to just about everybody in class, except for her. But as she's walking up to the crosswalk, she waves at her. And she's a little confused. She does not know if she's actually waving at her, or if there's somebody behind her that she knows that she's waving at, or something else. So what she does is she pretends to slip, or like twist her ankle a little bit, and she flips into some trash, so that she can kind of see behind her, does not see anybody, and then realizes, oh, she was actually waving at me. So the girl walks over, helps her out of the trash. They start walking to school together, although she's not saying anything because she's nervous and doesn't know what to say. So now she's just trying to think of ways to get away, and it ends up, or they end up walking in front of a like convenience store where a couple of the other girl's friends are, and they see her and they're waving and they're, calling her over. And as two guys are leaving the convenience store, she decides to do a spin move into the building and go into the bathroom, where she sits for a little bit, waiting for her, giving her enough time to leave. And then she gets out, she goes to the magazine rack, starts reading a gaming magazine, looks up and sees that the girl is still waiting for her because she's waving at her as she's looking in the window. This causes her to do a slide move outside of the building to go and meet her, and it's like, I thought you were going to be walking with your friends. And she's like, but we were talking, because before they did that, she was about to ask her something, and got interrupted when her friends started, trying to call her over. But yeah, she's like, we were talking, so why would I just leave you? They'll see me in class, so whatever. And then she's trying to come up with more conversation, but they're heading to school, and they end up making it, and she's about to tell her that she wants to be her friend, and she says it, only the other girl is still running off because they were running the rest of the way to the school. And when they stopped, she stopped, and she thought that the other girl would stop too, so she could tell her, I want to be your friend. But she kept running. And when she said it, there were 3 or 4 guys in front of her, and they automatically got the usual thoughts that guys would get. She talking to me? She want to be my girlfriend? Stuff like that. And yeah, the other girl's still running to the school. And then they cut to like a little scene where she says something else, and the guy's like, oh, okay, so she's kind of, I think, like kind of weird or something, and they just keep going on their way. But yeah, I am looking forward to this episode, seeing what other kind of shenanigans she gets into trying to get to school. So let's get into this. So the video is going to be located over here, and the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.